Hello everyone, and welcome to my bold and beautiful official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The Hope reunion is set up by Liam Living. The fans have been anticipating this. In 2023, Hope abruptly started having sexual fantasies about Thomas Matthew Atkinson, a man Liam hated and whom she had previously avoided, causing Liam and Hope to fall apart. After Liam caught his ex-wife kissing Thomas in Rome, things became so out of control that there was no turning back. Liam informed a shocked Hope that they were done and promptly filed for divorce, feeling deeply hurt and deceived by her behavior. Hope started an affair with Thomas that ended when she refused to commit to him, while Liam unsuccessfully attempted to restart his relationship with Steffy, Jacqueline McInnes Wood. Encouraged by a dying Liam who wanted to see his ex properly taken care of when he was gone, she eventually moved on with Carter and accepted his marriage proposal. But now that Liam has been treated and is expected to live a long, robust life, things has drastically changed. After Hope found out about Liam's fatal condition, they reconnected on a deep level. Hope was devastated by the news, which also rekindled her intense affections for her first love. She promised to support Liam and be there for him until the end of his life. The couple recognized the strong connection they still had after reflecting on their romantic history and special times spent with their daughter, Beth. It rekindled a bond between them that had been lost since that awful day in Rome. Hope would undoubtedly consider a future with Liam now that he will be living, even though she is engaged to Carter. And with a fresh start, Liam will undoubtedly think the same things about Hope and feel driven to take action. There has always been a strong bond between the couple, a love and friendship that Carter just cannot match. Given the kind of man Carter is, he might simply step down politely when he realizes Hope is more at home with Liam, her soulmate. It appears like a reconciliation between Liam and Hope is imminent. It seems like their destiny after being given this miracle and another opportunity to be with their family. When Bill receives his MRI results, Liam is informed of his fate. Ridge and Taylor were compelled to discuss what had transpired, and how Luna nearly killed their daughter at Forrester. Brooke entered and volunteered to help. According to Taylor, they will always be appreciative of Liam for saving Steffy's life. As the topic of Liam's tumor came up, they talked about how Kelly and Beth would be impacted, and how little time Liam had left. If Liam passed away while they were in Italy and Hope and Steffy were in need of them, Brooke wondered what would happen. Ridge believed that until they learned more about Liam's condition, they shouldn't postpone the trip. Ridge stated that the family's best interests will guide their decision-making. Brooke agreed with Taylor that they needed to support their girls and stay together. Will and Electra talked about what Luna had done in a similar manner across the hall. Liam was a courageous hero for protecting Steffy, according to Electra. They all bemoaned Liam's state when Katie entered. The fact that Liam was being sentenced to death rather than receiving recognition for his bravery infuriated Katie. Will sobbed because he wasn't prepared to lose his big brother, and hoped that someone or something could save Liam. Hope, Steffy, and Finn arrived at Bill's in hopes of seeing Liam. Inquiries concerning the treatment, why Bill took Liam home, why he didn't seek guidance from Finn, and whether he might actually survive were all directed at Bill. Bill provided all the information he could and stated that he was still awaiting the findings. In violation of the nurse's request, Bill carried them into the room. It would mean the world to Liam, according to Bill, if he could see Steffy and Hope when he woke up. When Finn looked at Liam's chart, he was astounded by how strong his numbers were already. Bill remembered the events, but he was unable to recall the name of Dr. Adhikari. He clarified that because of insurance regulations pertaining to experimental therapies, the procedure was completed quickly and outside of the hospital. Finn was shocked to hear that Liam might survive if the surgery went well. Bill informed Finn that Dr. Buckingham was capable without his help and that Liam wasn't his patient. Liam, meanwhile, began to awaken and was glad to have Steffy and Hope by his side. They reminded him of the process after he inquired about his location. Bill received a text message just as Steffy and Hope were sobbing because they couldn't let go of Liam. The MRI results were the cause. Liam had a clean bill of health according to Bill, and the mass had completely disappeared. At the news, Steffy, Liam, Bill, and Hope shed happy tears. After reviewing the MRI, Finn was extremely perplexed and incredulous that this could all have happened. A serious error in Grace's scheme. Finn's detective play yields amazing results. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Grace Buckingham's storyline will have a serious problem. Here is what spectators may anticipate from John Finnegan, who will also play detective with amazing outcomes. Bill Spencer confirmed that Liam Spencer's tumor was completely removed after receiving the MRI results from Grace. As Friday's show came to an end, there were some moments of celebration, but Finn was obviously unable to get rid of the uneasy sensation. Finn is not going to let this go, judging by the thoughtful expression on his face. Naturally, Bill doesn't care about the specifics of Liam's surgery. He is just relieved that he will live. In contrast, Finn is a doctor who prefers to know everything, particularly in circumstances as bizarre as this one. Finn will play detective in Monday's B&B episode in an attempt to solve all of this. You can bet that Grace will end up on the hot seat because Bill stated that she and her colleague were in charge of the operation. Grace's plan has a serious issue because she ought to have done more to conceal her involvement in this. Bill undoubtedly would have done so out of gratitude if Grace had urged him to keep her name out of it. Grace might have gotten away with it if she had approached this situation differently. But because Grace was so eager to obtain Bill's $1 million, she became careless. Grace won't be able to respond appropriately to the questions that Finn will now pose. Bad news is on the horizon since Grace's agitation is sure to cause her to become agitated and generate even more suspicions. Finn might speak with Bridget Forrester once more to seek her opinion on this strange circumstance. In the end, Bridget and Finn might discover that Grace has pulled off the biggest fraud of all time. It appears that Grace set everything up to ultimately get Bill's money by fabricating a brain tumor for Liam. Grace will manage to get out of any debt problem she finds herself in, but if she loses her job and gets arrested, it might cost her more than she anticipated. Does Liam believe he has hope despite the aftermath of his surgery? Teasers and spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. After his impending surgery, Liam Spencer might lose his memories. Will he believe he is still married to Hope Logan when he awakens? Liam's admirers are aware that he chose a dangerous surgery that may easily go wrong. Even if Liam survived the procedure, it doesn't mean he will return to his previous self. We're talking about a brain operation on Liam that is still in its early phases. The need to keep things secret says a lot about the dangers involved. It's possible that Liam will remain unconscious for a while before waking up. This would give Hope and Steffy Forrester more justification to blame Bill Spencer for Liam's misery. However, the show may take Liam's story in a new path, one that might have a big impact on Hope and Carter Walton's romance. Liam wanted to make sure Hope had someone significant in her life after he was gone, so he urged Hope to make amends with Carter when he felt his terrible fate was certain. Given Liam's recent harrowing brain surgery, we have to consider the possibility of significant memory loss. What if Liam suffers from at least partial amnesia as a result of having his tumor removed? If Liam woke up believing he was still married to Hope, it would be amazing. Similar stories have previously been explored on the show, such as when Steffy believed Liam was still her spouse following her shooting by Sheila Sharp with John Finnegan. How would Hope respond if Liam were to wake up thinking that she is his wife? His thoughts might wander to a time when he was happily married to Hope. Hope would be shocked at first, but she might come to see the benefits of a fresh start with Liam. Liam might convince Hope that it doesn't matter to him, and that all he wants is a future with her, even if he learns the circumstances behind their marriage's breakdown. If Carter is given another chance at life, he may be afraid that Liam will take Hope away from him. This fear will be increased if Liam's memories are changed to the point that he believes he is still Hope's husband. Liam is now officially clear. The nurse in Liam's room told Dollar Bill that his son was doing well, better than anticipated following 2 consecutive operations. It would be an understatement to say he was thankful. Hope, Steffy and Finn showed there shortly after, demanding explanations. And to visit Liam, Bill was pleased to comply in every way. He informed him about Grace's miraculous rescue, and how Liam might have been spared by her co-worker. When they entered Liam's room, Dollar Bill informed them of the hurried treatment and the doctor's belief that the entire lump had been removed. At this point, their only options are to hope for the best and wait for the MRI results. In any case, Bill knew that Liam's surgery was their only chance to save him, and he refused to regret it. When Liam opened his eyes and spoke to Steffy and Hope, who were sitting vigil by his bedside, they were on the verge of tears. Joy! What a miracle! The eagerly awaited text from Grace only made them happier. The tumor was removed, Liam's MRI was clear, and he is now healthy. Everyone was ecstatic, although Finn appeared a little dubious about this momentous development. Taylor was in the office checking in on Ridge when Brooke interrupted them. Brooke, to her credit, wasn't looking for a confrontation over Ridge. She came to see how the pair was doing and to inquire about Steffy's health. Before long, the conversation shifted to Liam and his pending death. Both Brooke and Taylor were concerned about their grandkids. Taylor recommended postponing the vacation to Italy. What would happen if Ridge and Brooke were abroad and Liam passed away from his illnesses? Brooke concurred. If the worst happened, she couldn't fathom being gone. Just like Ridge would have to be there for Steffy and Kelly, she had to be there for Hope and Beth. They ultimately agreed to play things by ear, and their departure would be contingent only on Liam's stability and health. Will and Elektra reenacted the gunfight at the art camp across the hall and praised Liam's valor. They were joined by Katie, who praised Liam's courage. It was unfortunate that after surviving the gunshot, he would have to die of cancer too soon. Will and Katie wept at the prospect of losing Liam and hoped Bill would find a way. It appears that Dollar Bill has not yet informed his younger son of the good news over the phone.